Hello everyone. Today I'm going to explain all the important stuff you need to know about cloud computing before you actually start using it. Learning about cloud computing is a really smart choice, my friends. It is in high demand and people who know how to use it well get paid really well. I hope that by the end of this course you will have a strong base to confidently use cloud services. If you are interested in learning cloud computing, you are at the right place. In this video course, I will cover everything that you need to know, learn about cloud computing. And also, if you are already in the cloud, if you know a little bit about the cloud, I think this video will improve your skills and then develop more cloud computing skills as well. As you are already here, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. And thank you. Now let's get started. Okay, so what is cloud computing? Okay, a cloud computing is a simple words. It's like renting and using computer power, storage, and software over the internet instead of having it all on your own computer or in your office. It is like accessing and using these resources on demand, just like how you stream videos or music online. Instead of owning and maintaining your own servers and softwares, you can rely on big companies like Amazon, Microsoft, or Google to provide these services for you. It is convenient, flexible, and often more cost effective because you only pay for what you use. Also, cloud computing offers scalability, which means you can easily adjust resources to match your needs, cost effectiveness, and accessibility from anywhere with the internet connection. Okay, now let's talk about the cloud service models. Cloud computing comes in three main service models. First, infrastructure as a service, IaaS, platform as a service, PaaS, and software as a service, SaaS, IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. Let's break down cloud service model in simpler terms. Infrastructure as a service, IaaS. Think of IaaS as renting a virtual computer. You get the basic building blocks like the computer's hardware, storage, space, and networking, and you are responsible for setting up and managing everything on it, just like you would with your physical computer. Platform as a service, PaaS, PaaS. PaaS is like renting a ready to use workspace with tools. Imagine you move into an office where the furniture and equipment are already set up for your specific job. You focus mainly on your work, building and running application without worrying much about the underlying infrastructure. And it is very popular as well. Another one is software as a service, SaaS, SaaS. SaaS is like using software on the internet instead of buying and installing software on your computer. You access it through a web browser. It is a it's similar to how you use email services like Gmail. You don't need to install email or software anything to use the Gmail. You just log in and use it. In short, IaaS provides the basic computer parts. PaaS offers a fully equipped workspace for your tasks, and SaaS provides ready-to-use software accessible online. These models make it easier for business and individuals to use technology without the hassle of managing the nitty-gritty details. All right, so now let's move on the cloud deployment models. Now that we have covered service models, let's dive into the deployment models. Cloud deployment is like choosing where to put your stuff. Imagine you have different options for storing and belongingness. You can keep them at home, private, in a shared storage facility that is public, or a bit of both, private and public, which is called hybrid. It is like deciding if your things should stay in your house, go to a storage unit, or maybe a mix of both, depending on your needs and security preference. Public cloud. Think of the public cloud as a giant storage space that everyone can use. It is like renting a locker in a public gym. Your locker is part of a big room and you share the room with others. It is convenient because you don't have to worry about maintenance, but you share the space with strangers. Private cloud. A private cloud is like having your own personal storage room. It is secure because only you or your authorized people can access it. It is similar to having a locked room at home where you keep your most valuable items. You have full control and privacy. Hybrid cloud. Imagine you have some stuff at home and some in storage unit. The private cloud is like that, a mix of public and private. You keep some things in the public cloud for convenience, and the most important or sensitive stuff in your private cloud for security. For the security perspective, private cloud is a much secure cloud environment. And often, many people use multi cloud. Multi cloud is like using more than one storage facility. You might have one locker in a public gym and another in a different gym across the town. This way, you have options and can choose the best fit for each item you want to store. So, public cloud is like shared gym locker, private cloud is like your own locked room, hybrid cloud is a mix of both, and multi cloud is using multiple storage facilities. Each type has its pros and cons, and you choose based on what works best for your needs. Choosing the right deployment models depends on factors like security, compliance, and your organization specific needs. All right, we talk about the three important deployment models, and I also cover multi-cloud because multi-cloud is also many organizations are using nowadays. So I think it's a good idea to keep on here. Let's simplify the cloud concept. All right, now you already know about uh, the cloud services, cloud models, and this and that. So now let's learn more detailed concept about the cloud. All right, virtualization. Think of virtualization as a creating a make believe or virtual version of the real things, like computers. It is a bit like having imaginary friends. You can have several virtual computers on one real computer, and they each think they have the whole computer to themselves. Containers. Containers are like launch boxes for software. Instead of packing each piece of software separately, you put them all in one container. This makes it easy to carry, share, and run software on different computers, just like you carry your lunch in one box. And another cloud concept is elasticity. Elasticity is like a rubber band that can stretch and shrink. In cloud computing, it means your computer resources like memory, power can automatically grow when you need more or shrink when you don't, right? So if you need, you can add more. If you don't need, you can shrink it or you can reduce the um, memory or virtual, you know, the VM or whatever you wanted to reduce. Just like a rubber band, adjust to your needs. Auto scaling. Auto scaling is like a self-adjusting thermostat in your home. When it is too hot, it cools things down. When it is too cold, it heats things up. In the cloud, it means your resources can increase or decrease automatically based on how busy your website or app is. This concept help you understand how cloud computing works. Virtualization is like imaginary friends for computers. Containers are launch boxes for software. Elasticity is like a stretchy rubber band. And auto scaling is like a smart thermostat for your computer resources. They make cloud computing flexible and efficient. Imagine you are building something cool like a tree house. in the world of cloud computing. There are special tools and services you can use, just like tools in a toolbox to help you build your digital project. Here are the main types of cloud services. Compute. Think of this as the power source for your treehouse. It's like getting electricity to run your lights and tools. Cloud computing gives you virtual computers you can use to run your software and website. Storage is like your treehouse attic. It is where you keep all your stuff safe and sound. In the cloud, you have places to store your digital files and data, like documents and photos. Databases. Databases are like organized drawers in your treehouse. They help you keep track of things, like a list of your favorite books favorite books. In the cloud, you can use databases to store and manage information. Networking is like the bridges and tunnels that connects your treehouse to the rest of the world. In the cloud, it is how your digital stuff talks to other digital stuff, like sending and receiving messages. Security is like having a strong lock on your treehouse door. In the cloud, you get tool to protect your digital things from unwanted visitors and keep them safe. So, just like building a treehouse, cloud services help you create and manage your digital projects. You have tools for power, computing, storage, organization, databases, connection, networking, and safety security in the cloud toolbox to build your digital world. Let's talk about cloud trends and the future in a simple way. Think of the cloud as a big, always changing city, like futuristic metropolis. Just like cities have new things happening all the time, the cloud is always evolving too. Here are a few trends and ideas about the future of the cloud. Serverless computing. Imagine you don't need to worry about managing any buildings or machines in your city. In the cloud's future, you might not need to worry about servers at all. You can just focus on your work, and the cloud takes care of all the behind the scenes stuff. AI in the cloud. Picture having a super smart helper in your city who can answer your questions and solve the problems instantly. In the future, the cloud will have more artificial intelligence, AI, to make everything even smarter and more helpful. Another one is edge computing, having mini clouds all over the city instead of just one big central cloud. It is like having a small, fast response team ready to help you right where you are. In the future, we might see more of these mini clouds, especially for things like fast gaming and real time tasks. Green cloud. Just like cities are working to be more eco friendly, the cloud is also moving towards being more energy efficient and environmentally friendly. So, in the future, the cloud will try to reduce its carbon footprint, which is like reducing pollution in the city. So the cloud future is bit like a high-tech city that keeps getting smarter, faster, and more eco-friendly. It is all about making things easier and better for everyone who use it. Now, you already learned basic about the cloud computing. Now let's learn what tools, what are the resources that you can use to actually work in the cloud environment. Of the popular cloud certifications. And first of all, this cloud certification, I'm going to show you guys AWS. AWS is also popular cloud platform and it provides many certifications. And the beginner certification is free, as you see over here. AWS Amazon.com certification, and it is the AWS certification site. It shows this, and also you can go over here and see, and also click on the prepare for an exam. If you go in this, will all shows that the about certification, uh, you might want to go this site, get trend site, and find digital training, find training event, and so on. And also go to the this page is shows you or the path of the certification, like what you want to be in the cloud, and such as solution architect, and from for the solution architect you go to first you do your cloud practitioner and solution architect and solution architect professional and application architect, cloud data engineer, software development engineer, system engineer, cloud engineer, test engineer, and so on. Cloud DevOps engineer, DevSecOps engineer, and there's many. That's so you can choose from your own. Okay. All right. For now, you want to do the cloud practitioner. This is a free training available and it's a free certification as well. Once you finish the training, and you also get the essential certification for free. Okay, if you are beginner, uh, you can go over here and begin start learning the cloud. And you just click over here and you get this page. I think you need to log in here, but I have already done it, so I'm not doing it. You can see over here that this certification is duration time is 10 hours. Look at that. So you can get everything about the cloud in 10 hours, and it will very organized course, so I think it will help you guys learn more in the cloud. And another one is Azure 900, um, AZ 900, Microsoft Azure Fundamentals. It's also known as AZ 900. So this is also very organized course over here. And once you it's even though it says 999, when you sign up for the exam, and you get the exam free exam certification voucher, so that will help you. And you can prepare for the exam two ways: self-paced or instructor-led. Instructor-led, you have to manage your time, because sometimes they offer instructor-led online courses, but you need to manage your time. But I really like this self-paced course, self-paced course, because I learned through the this module, the given module, and it was very helpful me to pass the exam easily. So uh, once you know prepare for the exam and go take the exam, and it is, like I said, free, and it also give you the more insight of the cloud computing. So I think this video will help you guys along with those certification. You don't have to do both certification. I think doing one will really helpful. All right, thank you for watching my video, guys, and good luck to you. Thank you for watching, guys, and please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.